Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. And you might be wondering, why am I wearing a leather jacket? Well, this is today's video review. This is another jacket I just picked up about, I'd say maybe 5 days ago. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, if you guys are one of my normal, regular subscribers, that whenever I put up a video, you guys have the notifications on, like you all should, but a lot of people don't. But if you do, and you get notified anytime I put up a new video and you like all my videos, and again, you guys know I review all different kinds of products, pretty much anything that I get my hands on that I'm into, right? You know, whether it's a company reaching out or something I buy, I want to share with you guys. And I kind of feel when you guys say, hey, I want to subscribe, that you like something that I have to say. So it may not always be a watch, it may not always be smart home tech, but if you haven't watched me for a while, you guys know that I am a huge leather jacket collector. It's honestly lately been more enjoyable that don't overreact than watches. And I love watches, and I enjoy getting something new, especially a new watch or a new jacket or new jeans. And I feel like when I do that, you know, especially in today's day and age and the time that we're in right now, and again, I'm not going to bring up, you know, this, we all know what kind of situation the world is in. It feels great. We can't go out and show off and wear these cool things. So I guess I'm just going to have to share it with you guys. And naturally, you guys know I would share it with you guys regardless, but I absolutely love getting a new leather jacket or anything new. Who doesn't like getting something new, right? So I want to share with you guys this one today. Now, this jacket, you know, I've seen a lot of other channels reviewing different brand jackets, and there's a lot of brands out there, a lot of popular brands you can get, like Skins is one that seems to be all over Instagram and YouTube, and there's a lot of other brands out there. And let's face it, guys, when I look at a lot of these other influencer channels, a lot of these other like fashion channels, which my channel's not a fashion channel, but I like to share things with you guys, you know, that make me feel good. And we know a lot of those channels, you know, get kind of bombarded with deals from some of the major players when it comes to, in this case, leather jackets, right? And so a lot of times when you look at, you know, when you look at what people are wearing on Instagram, you look at what people are reviewing, there's a lot of videos on Skins. And I don't have a Skins jacket, but I can tell you that there's a lot of really great jackets. And again, in products in general, but we're talking leather today. There's a lot of really great companies making leather jackets that you wouldn't even necessarily even give a chance, because you're not going to find them in a big box store and get ripped off. You're not going to find them, you know, in any store really. So you pretty much have to take the risk and say, hey, I'm going to try this jacket and hope it fits. Or try getting a couple different sizes and hope it fits. And the problem is, and I will tell you, it's an ongoing issue whenever you buy a leather jacket online, or clothing online for that matter, you know, there is, depending on what country you buy it from, mediums are not always mediums and smalls are not always smalls, and there's a real difference in the sizing depending on which country it's coming from. And so when I find a company who makes something that fits me absolutely how I want it to fit, and the way I like something to fit may not be the way that you like something to fit. I generally like my clothes at this point in my life to be very fitted, to be a little bit snug, a little tight actually. If you were to, you know, known me back in the 90s, you know, in my hip-hop days, and I still have a lot of those leather jackets, a medium from Wilson Leather, that's where, you know, this is kind of before the internet, you know, I was a huge shopper at Wilson's, and I don't throw away anything like that, because leather is really timeless. When you have a nice leather jacket, and even if, you know, I wouldn't even say take care of it, even if you abuse it, it still lasts a test of time, and they still almost a lot of times get better with age. And so the thing is back then, if you were, like, a lot of my jackets are mediums, and they're more the 3/4 length, and they fit me, you know, they're baggier, and that was my style then, and that was the style back then. Everything was baggier. So you know how it goes with styles. Things get tight. People are wearing more fitted, tighter clothing. Then it went to baggy, beyond baggy. You know, the hip hop days, the R&B days. Again, not for everybody. There's always going to be fitted jackets. You'll always find fitted leather jackets, always. And at this point, you know, where I am now at my age and what I like jackets very fitted. So with that being said, I've ordered many jackets on eBay and Amazon. Some I've sent back and still shared with you guys. Sometimes, you know, for what you're getting, sometimes a picture doesn't speak 1,000 words. There's lots of jackets that you can find on eBay and Amazon that look amazing, but then when you get them, you know, they're just not what they look like in the picture. Perfect example is the last jacket I ordered, not the last jacket, the couple jackets ago, the blue one I reviewed. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out. It's a lambskin jacket, which lambskin tends to be a lot softer than cowhide or buffalo. It's not quite, I would say, as durable. It's very soft and supple and comfortable, but it's a different kind of look. It's a different kind of fit. And so I ordered this beautiful blue jacket off eBay, and you know, it ended up coming from overseas. I want to talk about that too in a second. You know, and by the picture, it looked like a very thick, heavy, you know, rough kind of jacket, what you'd expect from a nice cowhide jacket. And unfortunately, when I got it, it was lambskin, which not a deal breaker, but it felt very thin, and it didn't really fit like a medium should fit, or at least how I like a medium to fit. And I ended up sending it back. You know, if it was about 50 bucks, I probably would have kept it. The seller really didn't want to do anything. And the real issue with it was that I went out in the rain with it. I mean, just a little sprinkles, just a couple sprinkles were coming down, little light drizzle, you know. And I got in, I noticed about an hour later that it had left white spots all over the jacket, very subtle white stains. And as I tried to wipe gently some of the stains off, the color started to fade. So sometimes, you know, again, in the picture, it looked amazing, and it wasn't a horrible jacket, but for $100, I want to put the money towards a different jacket that I felt I can get better quality with, which is why I ended up putting the money towards this and picking up this, and I've got another one I'll review in a couple days, and 2 more coming in the mail. So I want you guys to see what this one looks like. Now, this is what, if you were to look for this particular cut of jacket, I'm going to show you guys a few. I'll get up and move around. And again, there's not a lot to really review when it comes to a jacket. You can just get an idea of how it's going to fit from this particular seller, this particular brand. And if you do like the way it looks and you like the style, then maybe based on what I'm telling you, that you might be able to pick out the proper size for you that might fit you right. Again, you don't know until you try it, and there's always a little bit of a risk. Sometimes if you buy from a seller who doesn't have free return shipping, you might have to pay for shipping. So it's not as nice being able to go to a store, because sometimes, you know, and try this stuff on, because sometimes I'll go to a store, you know, when I'm buying a shirt or pants or whatever, and you can try it on. Sometimes I'll wear, you know, a 29-inch waist, depending on the brand, believe it or not. I'm always surprised, because I'm definitely not a 29. And then other brands I'll wear 32, like the ones I'm wearing now. Jackets, same thing. I have jackets that I wear are smalls. They fit me great. Jackets like this are medium. I have mediums that I wish I would have ordered a small based on the cut. And so, and even if a manufacturer, a seller puts measurements, it's still really kind of hit or miss. So with that being said, this company right here, this particular brand, this model, this style seems to only be sold by a select few on Amazon and eBay. This one came from Great Britain. And it cost me, what did it cost? With the exchange rate, it came to $166.83 through eBay. Now, I have this jacket in a different color. If you haven't seen my video on that one, check it out. It's the distressed gray. It's almost like just a worn out gray look. The jacket, when you look at it, it doesn't look like a distressed black. It looks like just a gray jacket. But again, I can't explain to you how nice it is. I get complimented on that jacket every time I wear it. And the jacket is a medium, and it fits me perfectly. It really fits more like a small. It's snug, it's tight. It's exactly how I like a jacket to fit. So this company I found on eBay, and there wasn't many sellers selling this particular cut. This one here is a brand. The seller here is called My Fair Leather. They have a pretty good feedback rating. The jackets are, I believe, drop shipped from Great Britain. Again, I want to talk about that in a second as well. A couple things to think about when you're ordering a jacket off Amazon or eBay. But I got this one. It did come from Great Britain. It was shipped through DHL. And this one here, there was only a few guys selling this particular cut. Now, the one I got on Amazon, my distressed gray, again came from Great Britain. So I don't know if there's one manufacturer making this particular style. It's kind of interesting that it did come from Great Britain. So did the other one. However, what I do notice is that, or not notice, but what it says, the jacket has a different brand on it. So a lot of times you don't... Some companies are going to make a jacket that's for 2 different brands, 2 different names, but it's the same jacket. So you have to be careful with this particular one, because other sellers do sell something similar on eBay, but they're made of the lambskin. And I wanted cowhide, which is exactly what this jacket is. They make it in white. I'll put links in the description. I have a white leather jacket, a Brando jacket downstairs that is made of lambskin. I love it, but I do want to get this particular jacket in the white, and I'll order that probably in a couple weeks here. We'll see. Maybe tonight. I don't know. Sometimes I'm laying back, especially these times, like we're all bored, so it's like fun to shop and play fashion show here at my age in my home office. So anyway, this jacket is exactly what I wanted. I am super happy with it. My first gray distressed version of this coat is made of buffalo leather. Again, you can find the lambskin ones. I believe this company even makes lambskin. This one is cowhide. It's something to think about when you're ordering a jacket. If you want something that's very, very soft, very lightweight, then I would encourage you to check out lambskin. You get lambskin for an extremely cheap price. It's going to feel real soft, but it's not the kind of coat that I feel like if you were to snag it on something, you're probably not going to rip it, but it's definitely the kind of leather where if you were to walk by something and snag it, again, as long as it's not sharp, you can just feel this is a much thicker leather. Buffalo's even thicker. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I prefer cowhide and buffalo on all my jackets. I have pigskin, I have lambskin, I have buffalo. What else do I have? I think I have goat skin, and there's a difference between all of them. Goat, I find, if I'm correct in the jacket that I have downstairs, my alligator jacket, if that is true goat skin, it is a little bit rougher than lambskin. Cowhide's even heavier, kind of has that rough texture. Again, if I have to pick one, I have to say cowhide's my favorite. Buffalo, stay tuned for my Pretender review. I'm waiting on a couple replacement jackets. You guys can be blown away by these. And they're buffalo, and they are great quality buffalo. Good. This is a nice buffalo. So anyway, stay tuned for that. So let's talk about this jacket today. So this is your typical Brando style jacket. Greaser style jacket. It's what you'd expect from the guys, bikers who are police style, motorcycle police officers who wore basically the Brando style jacket made famous by Marlon Brando. And that's why obviously they call it that. And what basically all it is you have two large lapels and the jacket overlaps one side overlaps the other. And so I'll stand up here, when you zip it, it's basically designed to really keep the wind out if you are riding. And so basically it overlaps, almost like a double-breasted suit, and it zips up. You can pop the collars up and seal this completely in, or seal yourself completely in by going like this and zipping it all the way up. This is kind of common sense, but I want to at least show you guys what the jacket looks like zipped up. I generally don't wear my jacket zipped up unless I'm really cold. I don't ride anymore. I sold my motorcycle a couple years ago. I probably will never buy another one unless I win the lotto or something really changes where I can rationalize spending money on. I bought an 05 Ninja, put custom exhaust on, HIDs. It was an awesome looking bike, but I bought it new in 05 and I sold it, 2 years ago, and I only had 2,200 miles on it. So I like to drive more, But anyway, so that's how it works. Keeps the wind out. You can wear this one you can wear really any jacket riding. Generally, though, when you want a jacket, it's really going to protect you. They're made of thicker hides, and they have some of the armor inside. So this jacket, yeah, you can wear whatever you want to wear, but I wouldn't say this jacket is necessarily the kind of jacket that's going to protect you. You will get some protection, but again, if you're looking for something that's specifically a motorcycle jacket, I wouldn't consider this a real motorcycle jacket. Again, if I had a bike still, I would still wear it. I never really wore, like my Icon jackets, I still have the material on those is very similar. I'd say it's a little bit thicker in leather, a little bit thicker. I wouldn't say the quality's better, but the leather's just a little bit thicker. Again, not saying this is thin by any means, and I know I'm kind of backpedaling here, but it's still a very heavy jacket, on par with any Wilson leather jacket that I own, on par with any other brand that's in a cowhide. So in my Icon jackets were about $400 to $650. They are a quality jacket, but these are, just as nice, with the exception of the leather not being quite as thick and not having the armor plates, which I remove from those coats anyway because I wear them just as fashion jackets now. So anyway, you have a nice thick zipper on this one here, not a thin zipper. I have other coats by different brands, like the blue one that came a couple weeks ago. That was a much thinner zipper. This is a very heavy, very durable zipper. You do have a zipper tab made of leather as well. And what I like about this is that, and you guys may have seen my video where I did the review on my other Brando jacket that has the side lacing and it has the belt the waist belt. This one here doesn't have that. What they've done is they've added this cool quilting, this diamond print as I call it, around the shoulders and the top of the arms, which stops at the front of the bicep. You have it on the elbows as well, so something to look for if you're looking for this particular model. Some of I've seen don't have that on the elbows. I wanted that diamond printing, that quilted look. I think that's a really classy look. It has it going across sort of the top of the shoulder and the back of the deltoid. You can see from the back, it kind of has almost like this thicker, it's more of a padded section towards the lower portion of the small of your waist or your lower back. This is a little thicker than the rest of the coat. It's got some kind of cushion in there. Then, of course, my favorite part of the jacket is the side buckle. So rather than have that waist strap, you have these really cool multi-eyelet buckles where you can bring the jacket in a little bit if you want. I didn't do that because I don't want to crease the leather, and this fits me perfectly where I could bring it in a little bit, make it a little more snug, but there's really no reason to it. Again, I kind of consider this stuff more for show. But there's not many jackets that have this. This is one of the few that I've found on eBay and Amazon that have this particular look. You can find many Brando jackets that have more of what I call the Michelin Man kind of stitching, some with the belt, without the belt. This is, I think, an exceptional looking coat. I wore this. I had to go to the grocery store the other day, and I wore this for the first time, and within 10 minutes, some dude walked by. He's like, dude, nice jacket. I was like, thanks, man. And what's amazing with this is these jackets, you don't have to go and spend $1,000 to get an amazing looking leather jacket. And I know that you guys will, I'll show you guys a little more here. So I'll try not to ramble on while I'm showing you guys this. I know that you, yeah, right, who am I kidding? I know that you guys will see a lot of YouTubers, a lot of YouTube influencers reviewing some of the major brands. Again, those what I call like more of, and you see it all over Instagram, the Instagram brands that become popular due to, fashion models and these great looking people on, all photoshopped and looking sharp, and nothing wrong with that. Again, I pride myself, this is real deal. I'm no far from a fashion model. I dress how I dress. I like what I like, and I'm just here to share this with you guys. I think this is a bitchin' jacket. But you'll see a lot of those guys showing off different leather. Again, from Bodaskins. No disrespect to Bodaskins. I'd love to get my hands on one and see what the hype's all about. Maybe they're fantastic. Maybe they're not. I'm sure they're a great jacket. But for a Bodaskins jacket, you're going to pay, I think, roughly about $400 to $500, maybe more in some of their jackets, for something that, I mean, if you're trying to get the look, this is going to give you the look. And I'm telling you right now, guys, just like when it comes to watches, I have a pretty broad spectrum of what I consider great quality. Again, if it's not a good quality jacket, I generally send it back. This is exceptional. This is definitely on par with jackets that I have that have cost, again, $650 by Icon. And if you've ever been in a motorcycle shop or checked out an Icon jacket, they're nice quality riding jackets. If you feel the quality of that and you compare it to this, they are on par, in my opinion. I think this is a fantastic jacket. I like this cut, this style so much that, again, I'm going to get the white. That'll give me three different colors of this jacket. I also have a similar cut in the brown, but it was from a different seller. It didn't come from Great Britain. It came off another Amazon seller. It's nice, but there is a little bit of a difference in that jacket. I'm not sure. The leather is really thick, and that one actually came with armor in it. Still a cool coat, don't get me wrong, but this company, I really like what they're doing. I love the way this one fits me personally. Now, as far as how it fits, this is a medium. I don't have my measurements right here. I think I'm about a 42 or 44 inch chest. I am right now kind of losing weight. I stopped drinking about 3 months ago, and I gotta tell you, off the subject, it was the best thing that could possibly have happened to me. I mean, really. I used to love my beer, and at my age, it started to take a toll, to be honest with you. And all those extra calories, the extra weight, I've been pretty stagnant. So I think most of us are pretty stagnant in these crazy times we're in right now. And I'm still slowly losing weight. So I'm almost under 180. I was about 189, I'd say, about a year ago. Probably more like actually 4 months ago. So that weight's coming down. And so for me, at my size right now, about a 44 inch chest, waist, again, I carry my weight right in the front of my waistline. I got no behind. It's just pretty much right there. I do tend to, for a guy my size, I think, have a little bit broader of a back. So a lot of jackets tend to fit me a little tighter in the back than they do anywhere else, believe it or not. But this for a medium fits me perfectly. Now your body may be different. Again, I weigh about 180. I'm about 5'7.5", and my measurements probably about a 40, 42. And again, you'll see a lot of these sizes. You know, they'll list what's safe. I can tell you that if you're used to wearing an American medium, I'll tell you that this feels like an American medium, but a smaller version. This is between what you'd consider a small in America and a medium. So it's between. Fits me perfectly. Nice thing about ordering on Amazon, depending on who you buy it from, usually you have free returns with Amazon Prime. eBay, same thing with a lot of sellers, but when you start to get jackets that come from overseas, like a lot of sellers on Amazon and eBay, that's why you're getting them so cheap. I'm not sure where they're made. A lot of these jackets are coming from, and let's face it, guys, there's not a lot of jackets made, in America. And if you want to go into a store, go into a big box store in one of your shopping malls and look at what coats cost you from a Macy's or anything with a brand name on it. I've watched Alpha Male do a couple reviews, and some of the jackets that he's buying, and he's pretty well off, obviously, but I'm all about value, and I think I know you don't have to spend a lot to get a great quality jacket. It's the old Rolex Invicta argument, you know what I mean? Oh, it's worth every penny. It's really not worth every penny. It's just like when you look at a super high-end, expensive jacket, you're going to a big box store, if it's not Wilson's, and you're looking at really, like, realistically, probably about $400 to $1,000 for a leather jacket. This, $166. And again, I don't know many people who have 30 leather jackets. I may even have 32 right now. I don't even know. It's over 30. I can tell you right now that of all the different styles and brands that I've received, you always have to give something a chance for one. And I can tell you that when you get one that's of great quality like this, it's on par. Guys, we all know there's huge markup out there, and there's huge markup, especially when you go throwing a brand name like Diesel on a leather jacket. Go throw Diesel on this jacket, or what's some of the major brands, Calvin Klein or whatever. Throw that name on there, throw it in one of the big box stores, you're gonna be paying 4 times as much for a jacket that really ultimately is probably made in the same places that this is made. Now, a couple things to think about when buying a jacket. I will notice, depending on where it's made, some jackets can smell a little more, a little gamey, a little more of a barnyard. You might have that barnyard odor and the animalistic odor. Again, it's not off-putting, but it is different. It is noticeable on some of the jackets you may find. So it's really kind of hit or miss. I have leather jackets like this that came from Great Britain that were probably made in India. Don't really know, but most leather goods are coming from India, Pakistan, those kind of places. I can tell you that this has a very rich smelling leather, a very clean smelling leather. Other ones I have, like my Brando red jacket, the lambskin one I got maybe a month ago, that one there, definitely more gamey. But good thing is that all this leather, it starts to dissipate. When you buy these and they're sitting in a factory somewhere, they're sitting in in a store, the smell kind of stays there. With stuff like this, it always dissipates. So just keep that in mind. I haven't had anything so bad I had to send back. I've asked plenty of people around me, but I can tell you with this particular jacket, there is no gamey odor whatsoever. The quality of leather is fantastic. It's great cowhide. It's got a real nice thickness to it. Again, you have a little bit of kind of like what I would consider like a quilting on the inside. Not a heavy jacket, so this isn't going to keep you super warm if you have some really cold weather. There's no zip-out lining. Like my other Brando jacket I reviewed has a zip-out thin slate lining. Definitely warmer. This one here, perfect for winter, of course. Mild winter temperatures. Right now it's, 40 degrees out.